Welcome back to Underground After Hours. Today we're talking about John turns 42 years old.
Ooh, and Harrison Butker goes to bat for Catholicism.
Yeah.
And drama on the PGA Tour.
That's a barn burner. I can lunge all over the place.
Yes.
Iceland. Welcome back to Underground Nutrition After Hours with Paramount Jim. This is episode number 42.
Mm-hmm.
Ironically, John turned 42 a couple days ago.
48 hours ago.
Well, by the time this airs.
Like
a week ago.
A week ago.
A week ago.
Yeah.
No, that's not true.
No,
we'll
he's
have
quick
it
with
before.
Tuesday,
Wednesday, so maybe 5 days.
I think I got John the best gift.
What'd you get him?
I'll let John say.
Well, in the room you did, because Scott didn't get me anything.
I thought last year we said we weren't doing that anymore.
We said last year. You
I
have
actually
a
do
lot
have a
of
gift
money.
for you. I have a what? I have a lot
If I
of
had
money.
your money, I would be just blessing people.
I don't know why you think I have a lot of money. I really
It's the same
don't.
why people come into Paramount and ask for free day pass because they think we're rich. So you have
Well,
3
I
stores,
know-
you're rich.
You really believe I have a lot of money? By what standard?
By me and Justin.
Justin's got money.
I have money saved.
Yes, that's
No.
yeah, so you have it.
I have it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
Justin got me a model replica of the Toyota Supra from the original Fast and Furious.
Oh, really?
I know he's a big...
Did you really?
Yeah.
You went all out? Why didn't you tell me? I would have chipped in.
Dude, it was $7. It was
Don't tell him.
It was on. No, it was more than $7. It wasn't crazy expensive.
Yeah.
I saw it on Amazon, and he's such a hard on
Is it
for.
in like a case?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, and
that's really sweet of you.
I saw it, and I'm like, this kid loves fucking Fast and Furious, and I was like, let me get this for him. I wrote him a cute little card.
I technically have a gift for your house. I got you a Keurig.
Oh, that's
An espresso.
An
right?
espresso.
Yeah.
Not a Keurig. An espresso.
An espresso. I heard about that. That was long before my birthday that we were supposed to get that. That wasn't a birthday gift. You have 2.
Yeah.
So you're kidding.
my uncle didn't want it,
oh, nice.
so I'm going to give it to you.
I like that.
Well, you'll be thanking me when you're making really nice.
Do you like espresso?
Yeah.
You do?
It doesn't just make espresso.
Yeah, I know. It does everything, right?
I drink it every morning. It's really good coffee, actually.
Oh, okay.
You get a shot of espresso in your cold brew every
I
day,
do.
right?
Every day.
Yeah.
And you can get
So I'll bring my
get
own.
the Starbucks pods.
There you go.
know?
Ooh.
There you go.
Does it make cold brew?
Yeah, it has everything. Go on Amazon.
You can go get cold brew.
Go on Amazon and just bring it to my house.
No, I mean like for the pods. The pod doesn't come with
okay.
any pods. I'm not giving you my coffee pods.
So
You're not going to give me like a starter pack to get going?
No,
Oh, that's a shame.
I'll give you one.
John's 42,
42.
and
42.
with age, you think he's getting more and more like his father? Like just,
I don't know his dad.
He doesn't
that
know my
well.
father as
I
well as
don't
you
know
do.
his
Oh,
dad
no?
that
You don't
well.
even know my father.
I mean,
Stores.
I've been around him probably a half a dozen times.
We talked about this last time. I don't want to. It's his birthday, so I want to like talk good about John.
Oh,
But
you were
he's
gonna say,
turning into a fucking asshole. Like hard to deal with asshole.
yeah.
You know?
You don't think that, do you?
Do I think that you're turning into? I think you're the same
Same asshole.
No.
same asshole you've been.
No, he is metamorphosized.
New Year, same asshole.
He's like that Kafka book where a guy turns into a cockroach. He wakes up as a fucking insect.
I think his patience is wearing thin with age.
He doesn't care anymore. I thought before you opened Paramount, you really cared what people thought of you. Like you didn't want anybody to not like you. You didn't want to start any beef. Now you're fucking starting beef all over fucking place.
Now anyway, looks at him
You have
sideways.
problems with everybody. You don't give a fuck. I can like name examples, but it's a little too niche for like a big audience.
Big, super big.
I think
Real big.
I think beef super big. Super big. 213 people.
Right.
I think beef is a strong word.
Well, like I said, I think I don't know what it is. Maybe it's old age. Maybe it's just owning your own business is running you ragged. Maybe it's midlife crisis. I don't know what it is, but you're kind of an asshole. Not to me.
No, he's not to me either.
I mean, kind of to me sometimes, but
No. How?
Because Scott is the easiest person
To piss off.
to deal with.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, how is he an asshole to you?
He just like even with the podcast, like he's just he's checked out.
Don't say
That's
that.
not true.
You
you
keep
checked
saying
out. You
that.
don't offer any. You don't.
He
there's no-
He was the first one to respond to my
Today.
text today.
on a Sunday morning before the show.
Crud, that's par for the course with us usually.
Well, yeah, but at least last time he didn't.
How
even
many
answer.
how many weeks have I been telling you to call that guy that inquired to get him on the show? When we walked out of here, I was like, let's get
That's
that guy
your,
next
your
week.
Scott, it's-
controversial. Your contribution to this show is telling me
To get a guest.
and telling me to get Joey Diaz on.
Not Joey Diaz, the other guy that asked.
That would be awesome because he was so cool that
I
day.
know he was, and that guy ruined it.
I know. We were just sitting
That's
in the
what
back
we should
like,
do.
God damn it, man.
It's time for a good guest.
Yeah, well,
You might be right. You might be right.
let's
But
get into like your birthday celebration. What'd you do? I heard you had Gabriella's last night. Did you enjoy
I
that?
did. Kristen took me to Gabriella's. It was really good. The crowd's a little strange.
Why? Oh, wait, Gabrielle's is a high-end steak place.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that it could possibly be all of the, higher end restaurants, but I just noticed it because I was a little out of my element there. But that was only me and Justin went there once a couple years ago. But the crowd just seems a little, and I don't want to be an asshole like you
Yeah.
think I am, but it was just a lot of like grown ass men in button downs and Jordans.
button downs and Jordans.
Yeah.
That's like the new. Well, no, I wouldn't say new. People go to weddings like that, right?
The women are in like literal Met Gala gowns.
It
And-
really is like
oh
that?
yeah, and the guy that they're with is in a white cotton T-shirt that says Gucci on it. And
Is it like
jeans and
Staten Island's
Jordans.
finest, you think?
I don't know
Brooklyn?
if it's Staten Island's finest or
Because that's like how Cousins is.
in the Jordans. I feel like they do I feel like in Staten Island in New York they at least wear like dress shoes.
Loafers.
Yeah.
Loafers or the Gators sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I don't own a pair of Jordans.
I
don't-
saw-
I don't own one pair.
I saw a couple
I got rid of all mine,
grown
too.
men, when I say grown, over 35,
Mm.
button down shirt, nice,
pants?
no, nice jeans, I guess.
jeans,
I'm not
yeah.
a jeans guy, but nice jeans. What I would imagine if it was real was expensive jewelry and unlaced Jordans.
wow.
Like Jordan
Like
ones.
Concords?
No, like Concords.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a weird look.
It's kind of bringing it back. I feel like I don't really see anybody rocking Jordans anymore.
In the gym? I think Jordans are huge in the gym.
I don't know. Are they?
I like them. I was never obsessed with them. I had a bunch of pairs. I think I have one pair now.
Which ones?
The Concords.
You do have the
The
Concords.
only pair that I would honestly still wear, but I
Yeah.
would wear them around the house or like to like go get a burger or something with like
Those
slats.
are my favorite ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just sounds like Italian
So how was the
Staten
food?
Island's fine.
Food was good.
Yeah.
Food was good. The oysters,
Better than Butcher Block?
no,
Not better than Butcher Block. Really?
no,
You've never been
Of
to
the same-
Gabriella's?
No. I,
of the
haven't-
same
okay.
caliber.
I don't think I've been there. It's in like Middletown, Red Bank, right?
Yeah.
The old what was it? A Bonefish Grill.
Yeah, I know where it is. I haven't.
Yeah, the overall experience I think was really good.
The vibe was cool.
The vibe was cool. I was a little nervous because when you and I went, it was on a weeknight.
Yeah.
And again, that was when I think they had just first opened when we went.
Okay.
And I had heard that it gets very, very loud in there. So
Clubbish.
very clubbish. We had a 7:45 reservation, so by the time we left, it was 9:30, and I was seeing these people like walk in, and you could hear. I guess they're going to another room, and you can hear the bass.
Club music.
No, it was like rap.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
wow.
you could hear the bass from the other room over the music playing in the dining area, which was pretty loud. And it's almost like you ever hear two records playing at the same time and
Yeah.
they're off beat, like they're not synced.
not
That's
good.
what it sounded like. The bass line in the other room did not sync up with what was going on in this
That would
room.
drive me fucking crazy.
So we walked out, and on the side there's like a patio, and I guess an outdoor patio with also an enclosed patio. And I said to Kristen, I said, let's just take a peek I want to see what's going on here. And like I kind of just ran up to the door when someone was opening it and looked inside, and I was like,
What's going on?
The last place. It's literally.
It's a club.
Really?
No, they're all sitting down at tables. And it's just.
Is it like a lounge?
Butcher Block gets like that.
Yeah,
on,
remember
like, a
when we went
Friday or
there?
Saturday
Remember
night.
when we went there? We couldn't even talk to one
Yeah,
another.
'cause the music was so loud.
So loud.
Yeah, I like a little
I was probably,
more.
again, I'm probably just being an asshole and judgmental.
Yeah, which just goes into our. Yeah, welcome to 42, dude.
Welcome to your 40s, your midlife
The
crisis.
meal was great,
Just
though.
don't start playing rugby.
Everything goes downhill from there.
Well, happy birthday, John.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, John.
Thank you. Scott, it was a special birthday because Scott remembered it this year.
Kristen reminded me. She reminds me of all the birthdays.
She's a good sister.
I would have figured it out eventually from social media, and I knew it was coming. So
Yeah.
He knew
knew
it was in
coming.
May.
I knew it was coming. So we'll have to take you out to dinner.
Did Neil text you?
No, Neil came in. He brought me a Hostess cake.
Nice.
Did
That
you
was
eat it?
from Neil?
Did you eat it?
No.
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 Weird. You don't like Hostess cakes? Well, that's kind of your thing.
I love hostess
You know when you
cakes.
open up like the package, like the at the shop at the supermarket, and then they're the box and then they're individually wrapped.
Yeah.
This is one of those.
Oh, so it was like do not resell, like, yeah, not for individual.
But
sale.
it was a nice thought. It was a nice gesture. I think a really quick segue. The best part of my birthday was a couple days prior.
Yeah.
When my best friend, business partner, and brother
Confidant.
in arms agreed to take a road trip to where I train jujitsu for some content, and that was a lot of fun, as you saw.
So the premise was, right, you're going to shoot a reel because the year prior for his birthday,
Yeah, well, only 4 months ago in January.
you made him do
A CrossFit workout.
Yeah, like a WOD,
Yep.
a
We
wood,
did a little Metcon.
little Metcon.
Yeah.
Metabolic
And he got
conditioning.
some content out of
Yeah.
that of John just dying. Mm-hmm. So this year for John's birthday, John thought,
It's what's crazy. John didn't think anything. This was Justin's idea.
oh, Good
Maybe
idea.
he was joking.
look at you coming up with content.
I mean, I just mentioned it to him. You know, like
It would never come to
like it would never happen.
Like, I wouldn't start planning it immediately.
Yeah, knowing that like Dylan is not available during the day, and
Yeah.
Donnie
Yeah, Donnie fucking quit.
Donnie was on like
Sabbatical.
like, yeah, exactly. Like he was like locked up in the loony bin and still hating us.
So was that the first time you've ever set foot into a dojo?
It was the
Is that
second
what- Is that
time
what it's called?
a dojo.
No, I don't.
What do you call it? Jiu-jitsu?
I just
Studio?
call it studio,
Studio?
school,
I think it's a dojo.
academy.
It sounds cooler when you say dojo.
That was the first time you've
That was
ever-
the second time I've been there because we went there prior to opening the gym because his lovely wife helped us with
Our website.
the website and we
But
met
you
there.
didn't like
No.
work out.
No,
You've never rolled before.
in my life,
Did you wrestle in high school?
never.
So you had no.
I've never had I've never been in a combat. I've never did boxing.
Never been in combat.
I've
never
gone-
been in a self-defense situation.
I've gone jump before.
Yeah.
I've gone in a handful of fights when I was younger, but no,
But
no
not like-
wrestling. no grappling.
Yeah.
No,
And
absolutely.
you lined up
Against a black belt,
black belt,
against a brown belt,
a brown belt,
against
Your business partner
my business
Against-
partner, Alan Collins.
and myself.
I think was he
Blue belt.
blue belt?
how does that order go? What are you?
Blue belt.
Blue belt.
White, blue, purple, brown, black.
Alan's better than you.
Yeah, I would probably. I mean, I haven't rolled when I used to roll with him, and he's probably going to get mad about this, but I don't care. I would say that the last time I rolled with Alan was probably 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I would say that technically we were pretty evenly matched, but he's obviously a lot stronger, and his cardio is the gap in cardio is even bigger than our gap in strength.
Yeah. Because he can run for a day straight.
Yeah.
Literally.
So
He told me when he was going to do this, he said that he was happy that you were getting back into jiu-jitsu, and the last time you rolled, you put up a fight. So,
yeah.
yeah.
Did he,
Oh, I
give,
think I have footage of that.
did he give you a synopsis of how I did against him?
No,
No, he
he didn't. He just said the whole thing was pretty
We
funny.
did this in a very controlled environment because I thought Justin was very gracious to do this, especially after all his negative talk. And
I just took a beating.
Yeah,
By
I mean,
all-
but we
with all-
Did
everybody.
you try at all? Did you try to like fight back at all?
So the first.
So you
I was-
just got gangbanged.
So basically, I got thrown around like a rag doll. So the first like 5, like whatever, wouldn't call it matches, but for the first 5 times I lined up against someone, it was just Justin allowed them to do whatever
It was
they want
drilling.
to. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was drilling.
Yeah.
just allow them to put you to bed.
Yeah, tap out.
Yeah,
Just to know what you have.
They were just going for different types of submissions.
yeah, exactly. And I just told him to
Mashing
stay
you.
away. Yeah, to stay away from my knee that got demolished. And yeah, so that was fun because they were putting me all in types of crazy submissions. And like, dude, at one point I was like, all right, no more with my left arm because it was like they like
Yeah. They were tweaking it.
hyperextended, you know. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, all right, chill.
Yeah.
Right arm now. And dude, that shit hurts.
Yeah,
That shit hurts,
why
man.
people tap out
Like
on
when
arm
he,
bars.
yeah, when he put me in a choke and
The Kimura. that's
yeah,
a pretty
all
bad
types
one.
of weird names and shit. So they just took turns beating me up, and that was, you know, I wasn't dying in that point because I wasn't putting up a fight. They were just doing all that shit.
Yeah.
And then the last like 3 or 4 like one-on-ones or whatever.
We did that, and then after that, which there was only a small segment of it, but we had Pat, who
yeah.
was my coach and owner of the school. He put Justin in side control and gave him like what's black belt like competition pressure, to where he felt like he probably had 400 pounds
Yeah,
on.
like he was just bear hugging me on the ground, and this kid comes over and starts interviewing me. Like, everything's great.
It was a good reel. It was definitely a kick-ass.
And then
reel.
after that, we did some situational stuff and let him kind of fight back or maintain position, get out of the
That's
position.
all it was. Just maintain, because I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how to give someone an arm bar. They were just like, try not to let them get up.
Yeah.
So it was me versus him. And then, you know, I just held his arms down with every bit of strength that
I
I've
have
ever
bruises.
had. Every
from
bit of
Justin's
strength, bro.
thumbs.
Holding your hands
Holding
against
my
the
arms
mat
in
because
place.
it's not letting you up.
I was not letting him up. And then I did the same thing with Alan right after. I'm gassed. And Alan's a big boy, bro. He's
I
a
know. He-
thick boy.
He maintains muscle mass.
Bro, he is a thick man.
I know he does.
And
He's a
and we were all around the gym, bro. Like I was holding onto the wall at one point.
Him and Alan was probably looked like he was exerting the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think maybe he knew that he like when Dan and Pat came that he had Alan and this was his time to shine.
Because I just didn't want him to move. And he didn't move for what? How long did we?
Oh no, you definitely. Alan did not. You know, I would say that Alan probably came out of the 30 seconds victorious, but he didn't enjoy it. It wasn't.
Yeah.
He didn't throw him around.
Yeah.
But I was dying, bro. Like you see the video, I'm purple.
Yeah.
Purple.
Your head's purple.
Purple, dude. Sweating. I mean, dead. Couldn't breathe.
It's a whole different type of
Could
workout.
not, and like I don't. You don't. Now it's like, oh, you know, if you come, you can learn how to like control what? Control your breathing while you're trying to kill me? No, dude. I was just literally. I felt like I was like trying to survive.
So you didn't sign up for
Never again.
classes.
I'm not saying. All right. So not that I say never again. It wouldn't be something I don't think I'm interested in yet. I don't think.
Yeah, you're not
You know,
there.
I'm not there. But it was fun.
I did it for a little while. I enjoyed it. For
It
a
was
little
fun.
The best part was we did it on Tuesday after like the 10 a.m. class, the no gi class that I usually go to, but I trained the day before instead so that I could go there with Justin and get everything. And Alan, Pat, obviously, and Dan, I walk in and they have obviously been training for the last hour and 15 minutes, so they are drenched. And I'm like, Justin's going to be so pumped. They are like
oiled up
walking
for you.
sponges.
I'm like, yeah, you owe me, bro.
They're oiled up for you.
Yeah.
Well, you guys got some good content out of it.
Yeah, Donnie did a good job. It was funny. It really was. It was.
He would be good if he cared. He has the frame for it,
Yeah.
the strength, the cardio.
It's just he likes the Stairmaster and lifting weights.
Yeah.
That's cool.
No, it was cool, dude. It really was. Happy birthday, buddy.
So that was, that was my favorite. That was my
Did the
favorite.
reel do well?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was popular. Everybody was like, why are you doing this to him?
You kind of deserved it.
Why are you doing Everybody, I'm getting texts. Why are you doing this to him? Buy him dinner.
Poor Justin.
I'm like, are you kidding me? All this shit he talks all
Yeah.
day long, calling
You're
me
lucky
fat.
Dustin wasn't there.
Oh, my God.
Me fat. Who's fat now?
Yeah, right. Just choked you out, bitch.
I'm driving there, and Jordan calls me, And he goes, is Dustin going? And I was like, no. And he goes, he's going to be so fucking mad if he finds out about this.
That's true.
That would have been bad. You wouldn't have enjoyed that.
No, he's huge, bro, and he's a killer. That dude's
He's dangerous. Human being.
yeah, that's somebody that you don't want any bad blood with, and not even to pretend.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't have a pretend chokehold in him. You know, like
even
you
his
guys.
hugs.
Yeah,
His hugs suck.
yeah.
Did I ever tell the roid rage story, the road rage story with me and Dustin?
No.
On here? Did I ever tell you this?
No.
So I'm driving to work, and I'm on like a single lane road by my Marlboro location, and there's a black pickup truck comes rushing up behind me, on my ass. I'm going like 5-10 miles an hour over the speed limit, and I'm immediately like white hot angry, right? The guy's flashing me, swerving, and then finally the one lane changes into two, and the truck comes racing up alongside of me, and then the light changes red, and I stop my car, throw it in park, seatbelt fucking locks up on me, and I'm out the car. I'm
Just ready to kill
I'm out
someone.
the car, and it's Dustin, who carries a firearm with him
Yeah,
at all times. He's a black belt and an air marshal. He would have killed me at this traffic light.
He knew it was you, obviously, right?
Yeah, he's like, "What are you doing, retard?" And I'm like, "Man."
Oh, I was ready. You're lucky.
But that kind of got to me a little.
I was going to
bit.
say, you never know who you're going to fuck with.
I was going to ask you, do
Did I
you
learn a
ever
lesson?
think
No.
of anything like that? Does that, because I don't know, maybe I'm just, maybe
No,
I'm a pussy, but those are like,
obviously it's not.
I think about situations like that.
In the moment, I don't think about it at all. I mean, you got to beat me up, and then I'll have a story.
Or kill me. People
But-
kill people for
Well,
that
that's
shit.
like, yeah, but I don't, I don't. Think
Yeah,
like that.
I don't get mad like that. Like, I don't have road rage at all.
I
Nothing-
usually don't, but
nothing
this guy was
bothers
like
me.
trying to like.
He was trying to fuck with you.
because he
Yeah,
knew it
'cause
was
he knew
me.
it was you,
He
yeah.
knew it was me. So I'm like, oh, what is this guy? Want some sauce right now?
Yeah.
Let's fight. I'm like, I'm pretty big. I could fight,
Yeah.
but against Dustin,
You
No.
wouldn't have even been, had you not known Dustin, would you have been even,
Oh,
you wouldn't have been concerned. You would have hopped right out of the car.
His ears might have given it away. That's like one.
Why? Because he's got cauliflower ears?
He's got jujitsu ears, but no, I would have fought Dustin and I would have lost for sure. I mean, you ever see the training? You ever tell you the training that he does?
Yeah, I mean,
They're in an airplane because he's an air marshal. So it's like him and a bunch of his guys, and then the people that they're training, and then he'll be like the terrorist, and he has like a knife that's like a shocker
like a
knife,
spring loaded or yeah.
and then they got to stop him from stabbing them and beating them up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like he's on the plane, they got to like figure out who it is, and then he's trying to do something, and they're basically just having like an all-out fucking brawl
In like this little
an
tiny thing.
airplane
Yeah.
pit. That's how he tore his bicep.
yeah.
So he's like,
He's a killer.
he is.
He's a killer.
So I would have lost that fight.
Yeah, you would have lost that one. So
That's all right. I can lose a fight here and there. But it did make me think after that.
that's good. At least it gave you that because you
I told
don't
my
want to do.
therapist that story. He's like, that's not good.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. You're
That's
too
not
old.
good.
Too old to be getting out of the car and getting arrested.
I always think of situations like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're a little hothead on the road, though.
How can he be hot-headed? He's the one causing all the problems.
Exactly, and he gets mad at everybody else.
Yeah, I go 35 miles an hour
Right,
on the parkway
right.
in 2 lanes.
Or
on his
100
phone.
or 110 swerving.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Hope you have-
42. You look great for 42. I'll tell you that
Thank
much.
you.
You really do.
Black don't crack.
No, I don't. And I think it was all the drugs from back in the day keeps them looking
Pickles
young.
you.
No, actually, before we move on, John said something because I remember one time somebody came in the gym and he was around our age, maybe even a little younger, and he just looked older, like a lot older than us. And a lot of people look just a lot older than us. And John was like, "It's just because we don't drink, we don't party."
Yeah.
100%.
You
I
know,
think it's because we don't drink and party.
I mean,
I don't know how young I look anymore.
you don't look like you're.
I don't look like
you don't
I'm-
look like you're 42 years old.
I don't know. It's hard for me to tell anymore. Sometimes I see pictures and I see my dad. Like I'm like, oh my god, it's my dad.
No, you don't look 42. I don't think I look 40. I mean, if I take my hat off and I'm bald, you might be all right. But like most people, I don't think they're lying.
Yeah, I think probably because we're straight edge
Yeah.
trend. Trend pickles.
Yeah, I think TRT
No, I
helps.
think that shit ages you, honestly.
Yeah, I think TRT helps. I don't think Trend helps.
GH might keep you young.
Yeah, anti-aging. Absolutely.
Anti-aging.
I think it's definitely the
No partying.
no partying.
No partying.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, look at Jordan. He looks like he's in his 30s.
Yeah, sick dad bod.
He's going to be so mad. What do you?
He said it in the gym. He doesn't even take his fucking hoodie off. I'm like, take your hoodie
That's
off.
where I'm at in my life. Hoodie, summer hoodie, bulking, pump cover that never uncovers.
80 degrees in the
80 degrees. So you guys want to talk about Twitter now?
Yeah.
What do you got?
I mean, we were all talking about the Chiefs kicker. That's all in the news.
Well, there was two big sports names in the. I don't know how big. BUTKER. What's his name?
BUTKER, I think.
What's his first name?
Harrison?
Harrison BUTKER.
Yeah. It's a Chiefs field goal kicker.
I saw on Twitter, X, that he had given a commencement speech for Benedictine College.
Yeah, Catholic college.
Catholic college.
Yeah.
And I guess Twitter was surprised to hear what Catholics think, like actual Catholics think.
Yeah.
And he gave a very rousing. He put the armor of Christ on and went to battle against Satan on stage. And he ripped into the diocese, started with the diocese, basically called them all a bunch of liberal cucks. And
For more or less, yeah.
that's what I mean. Essentially, that was what he was saying, was that priests have gotten soft.
Yeah.
They don't teach.
The Pope.
They don't teach the teachings. They are concerned with politics over faith. And then I don't think that really set off X like he addressed the women in the crowd and he said, I know a lot of you are going to be looking forward to starting a career and blah, blah, blah. That's so cute. But you're supposed to be a wife.
He
And
said,
a mother.
yeah, a lot of you are also looking forward to, holding down the household and becoming moms.
He was very traditional.
Yeah, super
He said
traditional.
that his wife's. First of all, he started crying when he was
He was choking up, yeah.
That was sweet.
Yeah.
That
talking
part
about
was
his
sweet.
wife. And he said that his wedding ring is the most important ring that he owns.
And he said, and he
he's got a
has
Super Bowl
and he
ring.
has, yeah, he has a Super Bowl ring.
And he won the NFC.
He won the Super Bowl, AFC.
AFC.
2 Super Bowls?
I think he won one. I don't know if he's. I don't.
He wasn't on both.
I don't know.
And he won he said he won the game-winning field goal.
Yeah, he's hit a couple game winners. Yeah. Yep.
But he addressed the women in the crowd and essentially said, LOL. It's cute degree he got there. Not going to be some wives and mothers.
Is that really what he said, though? Or
Scott, yeah, he's
or
not
was he
saying.
saying that
That's
it's
what,
okay?
listen,
Like,
that's what Twitter heard.
Yes. Right.
All right, I'm going to tell you what Twitter heard.
Right.
Because from his point of view, that a woman's vocation
Exactly the word that he used. Yep.
is homemaking.
Homemaking and holding down the family.
Right, and that his wife was at one point looking to be a career woman, and he said if you asked her now
What's her?
if you had any regrets not pursuing your career, and she would laugh out loud and say
No.
no.
I'm a stay-at-home mom.
So the rabid left.
which really quick. And again, I understand that he's talking to a broad scope of people, and I said this to Justin outside. It's he's very easy to determine what his wife wants, what does or doesn't want to do when she's a stay-at-home mom of a NFL
player. Making $3 million
the
a
best
year.
team in the NFL right now.
It's easy for the wife to stay home and take care of the kids when the
husband's making $3 million a year to kick a football.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he was trying to say that whatever your socioeconomic issue is that he was trying to promote traditional
God intends.
traditional values. I don't think he was saying that women can't or shouldn't pursue careers. He just thinks that they're better suited.
To be at home.
Yeah. And I listened to the whole 20-minute speech. I have to say it was a good speech. It made me as a former Catholic, I was like, wow, good to hear. He was talking about Latin Mass.
Yes, he was.
Because the Pope had did the ixnay on
Yeah,
the
he banned
Latin,
that shit. Yeah.
and he's
Well, this Pope sucks.
he was encouraging people to seek out Latin masses,
Mm-hmm.
and he said a lot. He said a lot of stuff about Catholicism and its current state, and I thought it was a pretty good speech.
Yeah.
Not that I'm like a traditional Catholic. I kind of wish I was because they seem happier.
Yeah.
They seem like they know what they're doing.
They have moral ground.
They have what?
They have morals.
Well, yeah, I have morals.
I'm not
too,
saying that you don't
but
have
they put
morals.
them into. It seems that people who have, in my opinion, people who have devout faith like that tend to be
Happier.
at least on the outside happier. I could be wrong.
Maybe John should be a devout Catholic because he
should
could be
He'd
happier.
less of an asshole. Less miserable every day. Or people call me, "What's wrong with John? Why is he like always making?"
Do people
he's-
call you and
Because
say
he's
that?
godless.
Do people call you and say
He's
that?
godless.
But so Twitter went.
But then you got the whole
Go ahead.
whatever.
Go
No,
ahead.
go
Go
on.
ahead. No, go.
Well, I mean, the argument to that could be that ignorance is bliss. You know, I mean, I liked his speech too. I agree. I commend his ability to go up there and say what he wanted to say. If you're going to sit here and tell me that you don't think that part of his motivation behind it was the stirring up a little bit.
I don't know.
A little bit.
Because I thought that too, but I saw on the way over here that apparently he's like a pretty sought after speaker, and that he had made a similar speech like a couple years ago,
And they wanted him to do it again.
and they wanted him to do it again. It's a Catholic
Yeah.
college,
Yeah.
so he was addressing a room full of, you would think, traditional Catholics, and I think the dean or Monsignor or whoever it was, had to have known
Of course.
what type of things he was going to say.
Of course.
Because it created some controversy the first time, although not as big as this one.
Which is crazy because the first one he kind of bashed the LGBTQT.
He did a little. He had a couple little jabs. He said
The
that he was talking
transgender.
about pride.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's like, not the kind of pride that has a whole month dedicated to
Yeah.
it. And he did have like a couple well-written jabs in at pretty much all of the left, as well as the current state of Catholicism today.
Yeah.
And so, and people went bananas. And one of the most hilarious things that happened was Kansas City's official Twitter doxed him the very next day. They said, "Oh, by the way, BUTKER lives here in this particular area." In case anybody was wondering, here's where his house is with his family and his wife.
Yeah.
And then they immediately
Yeah, they drove there.
they took it down, and they said that we made that
Whoops.
post by accident. They're like, what? Which is insane that a city would, that somebody behind that account was so upset that he was talking about traditional values that they were willing to encourage people to go seek him out.
Yeah.
Which I would imagine not to just say hi.
No, they're not saying good speech.
Yeah, they're not saying go say hello. Yeah.
Good job on your speech.
Good place to trick or treat.
Right.
Yeah.
They're going down there to cause.
If I was him, I would be talking to lawyers
Yeah.
about that.
He may do.
It was
Maybe
the
he will.
it's the official Twitter or the official X account of
Kansas City.
Kansas City, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. They're trying. There's people trying to get the Chiefs to release him, which is crazy.
Because
This
I,
is
and I
crazy.
listened to the whole thing, and I tried to put myself in the shoes of somebody who's offended by everything. And I thought, if I was like an unhappy 30-something unmarried career woman with some dogs at home, I would be mad. And I would be like, "How dare you?" But then, who else really could say much? He's just espousing his.
I think it's funny that the same people that are getting mad at him for what he was saying are the same, mostly the same people that are, outside going crazy for pro Hamas, and Hamas, like they tell women like you have to stay home.
Yeah. But the cognitive dissonance between
I know.
the left and the the Muslims that they support
is hilarious.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I think the thought on their part is that with immigration, if we bring these people over here and we say, look,
They'll assimilate.
we're all the same.
Yeah.
We'll, vote this way. Everything's going to be good. Assimilate. And we can have like a big gay city where everyone's doing drugs and just getting monkeypox, And then, but I don't think that that's what happens when they, I don't think Muslims come here and they drop their flag.
No, me neither. Your boy from Pearl Jam was shitting on him.
On who?
On Harrison. He had a concert.
Who, Eddie?
Eddie, yeah.
He's a little ridiculous.
He had a concert in Seattle.
Silly.
I think it was Seattle.
He's not my boy.
That's your boy.
I liked Pearl Jam when I was a kid.
That's your boy.
He's
and
always
he called him a pussy, and he was just like, he called him a pussy, and he said something like, "Oh, real men should support their wives that want to be career women," and he's not wrong in that sense either.
I don't think he was saying that he wouldn't support a woman with a career. I think he was just saying that according to his faith and to his particular belief structure, that a man should be the main earner, a woman should be raising the kids and keeping house. It's funny because a lot of women that I've talked to throughout my life would jump at the opportunity to not have to work.
A lot of I hear you.
You know what I mean?
I would jump at the opportunity.
Yeah, I'll be a stay-at-home dad. I'll be a stay-at-home dad. I'll crush that shit, bro. Play fetch with the kids.
That's what you do. Just throw a ball. They bring it back. It's crazy.
It's awesome.
I think it's crazy what just gets attention.
Yeah, this is getting crazy
I don't
attention.
understand why.
It's hilarious, bro. It's not even that big a deal. You even got like Bill Maher was like, "Is this real? This is why people hate the left."
Yeah, well, people really, like the war on Catholicism, Christianity. This is just a perfect example of it. Anybody else espouses any other devout faith in any other of the major religions doesn't get this type of
right.
If a Muslim athlete got up and was talking about Muslim values, from the Quran or whatever, I think it wouldn't,
People praised Colin Kaepernick when he was, kneeling.
Yeah, I mean, like, believe in whatever you want.
Believe whatever you want. I mean,
shit.
Like, I didn't agree with it, but like, I wasn't like looking to dox Colin Kaepernick and go to his house and be like, like, stand for the national anthem, bruh.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought the speech was definitely. I feel like a lot of people that were commenting on it just didn't listen to it. It's 20 minutes long.
That's the problem.
I refuse to believe that Eddie Vedder sat for 20 minutes and listened to the whole speech.
He shot the fuck out.
He
shot out. I love Pearl Jam.
Back in like 90, what was it, 92 and 10? Remember they did MTV used to have their MTV acoustic, and
what was he going after then?
At the time, he stood up in one of the songs, was standing on the chair. He had a marker, and he wrote pro-choice on his arm. And at the time when I was a kid, I didn't like.
You didn't understand.
I was raised in a very liberal household, so like pro-choice to me was like just like civil rights. Like you everybody, you have to be pro-choice or you're terrible. You're a terrible person. So I didn't think of it I didn't think of it then. I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, women should get abortions.
Right.
Like a lot, all the time. It's good.
Yeah, he's a Looney Tune.
But I didn't like put any thought into it. And then years later, I was like watching it again. I was like, is that what he did? Is that what he wrote on his arm?
Sure did.
Maybe at the time it was like a hot button issue.
I don't remember that.
I think I remember seeing it and not even knowing what it was.
What it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we were young, dude.
I was like, oh, he's
grade.
what a rock star.
Yeah.
What a cool thing to say.
I remember seeing like
He cares about women.
I remember.
What a stud.
He probably gets mad pussy.
Well, just the whole. I mean, I remember seeing the, like the rhetoric that was spit by, why can't it? Rage Against the Machine?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and just being like,
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Bro, I was so with it.
Yeah.
What's what do they talk of
I won't do what you tell me.
the joke about your like being an anarchist in your parents' basement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Preaching anarchy from your parents' basement.
Your dad makes $300,000 a year.
The people that preach anarchy are probably the ones that would die first.
They were
society.
preaching like the old school South American Che Guevara communism.
Hell
like,
yeah. He was straight communism.
The real shit.
I mean, I like him just because he was so hell bent against big government. So
like
that was
everybody's
cool.
like, oh, the Chinese communism is wild. No,
No,
man.
that
the South American
that
communism
Mexican dude
is
was he Mexican?
wild. That was Che Guevara?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't.
Cuban. That was like Fidel Castro's
was-
right-hand
Right.
man, right? His like,
But
executioner.
Fidel is the one that ended up having him killed because he was. Actually nobody cares about this, but Fidel was like aligned hardly with the Soviets.
Well, yeah.
And Che really liked the Maoist. And then they had like a falling out.
A little
and
beef with that. Yeah.
The thought is that Fidel had
killed?
Che killed, even though we had our boys there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Wasn't it Americans that killed him?
and somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like two groups.
Well, I just remember with Rage having like buying the free Mumia Abu Jamal.
Oh my God, yeah.
I was like, he's got to get out of prison.
They got to let this guy out.
Gotta let him out.
Let him out.
Now I
He
look at
shot
it.
a cop that was arresting his brother.
Now I'm just like, oh my God!
Shot a cop in the back
what was I
while he was
thinking?
arresting his brother.
He shot a cop, and I was like, he's injustice.
Yeah,
Get out.
It's horrible.
But the problem is that he aligns that kind of stuff with and once again we're going
Beering.
into politics, but he
That's what the show
talks
is,
about
basically.
he talks about that stuff in the same breath and in the same conversation with what was that other guy's name who at the same time who was also Haitian, the one in the subway bathroom with the NYPD.
Oh, with the
Admiral Weimer, was
he got the plunger in the
yes,
butt, right?
Yeah, and they put them in the same conversation.
Where you have one that's obviously a gross injustice.
Yeah.
So therefore, this one also has to be.
Yes.
A gross injustice.
Yeah.
Well, they did the same thing with a lot of the people that were dying from police officers, and this guy, was not, obviously, it was a gross injustice. So anybody else who met the same fate in the same 12-month period of time was also
wrong.
I mean, it's not hard to look at these cases one by one and just make a.
Well, it depends on what you're selling me.
Yeah.
Yes, no, yes, no, yes, yes, no, 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 yes.
Yeah.
It's not difficult.
No.
It's more fun to say like things are systemic and to rage against the machine. It's
Yeah.
like
It's all.
people without power will always seek power.
That's kind of how we all felt with the Ruby Ridge shit.
Well, yeah. When it first happened.
No, now.
Yeah, now in hindsight, you're like,
Now I'm
what
just like,
the
what?
fuck did they do to that guy? Why did they do that
Right,
to
that
him?
poor man
Murdered his wife and kid.
His kid, yeah.
They
But
set
what-
him up with a fake
Yeah,
shotgun
totally
sale.
coerced. Just literally so bad.
It's insane.
Very sad.
The connection between the Ruby Ridge, the Waco,
And
then
then
the
Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City bombing is, and then like the
There was
government's
There's an
involvement.
awesome documentary.
On
You
Net-
put me
yes,
onto that.
It's called Oklahoma. It literally
Ties them all together.
walks like
Because McVeigh was there apparently.
He was there.
He saw it burning.
Waco.
At
Yes.
Waco.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
he
then,
was one of like the protesters out there. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
And then he said, "Oh, you guys want to?"
you want to do that? You want to
Okay.
kill kids? I'm going to kill these kids.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill government kids.
Yeah.
Because it was obviously a government building. But yeah, I mean,
Big explosion for that little truck.
yeah.
It's
I
another
mean,
thing.
yeah.
I can't even get down. These
That's
rabbit holes.
another one.
That's why I have to stop myself.
Yeah,
So I just don't know. I'll start to question just
the documentary
reality.
was phenomenal, and again, it's on Netflix, so I don't know how, but I mean, all my understanding of those events come from that documentary, and then things I read, as a result of that. But
What they give him? Like they gave the Ruby Ridge guy like
He had a bunch of $1 million. Yeah.
$3 million for your wife and kid though.
Yeah.
They just
Off.
sniped.
He just wanted to live in the woods.
They set him up with it. It was the dumbest thing ever.
It was bad. Sawed off shotguns because he was going to some like
And it was
hard
a- it
right
was a-
KKK
Yeah.
church, and there was an undercover cop
Who
there.
convinced him to sell him one of his shotguns?
He wanted him to saw off shotguns.
Oh, that's what it was.
He
Yeah,
wanted
yeah.
him to saw off shotguns, which is obviously illegal. And then because he sawed off a shotgun, he got arrested, and then he didn't appear in court. And because he didn't appear in court, they were like, "We're going in." But they had like tanks and snipers going in.
gas bombs.
Yeah, and they killed his dog. He shot his dog.
They killed his wife. They killed
His wife.
kid.
Yeah, so fucked
And they have
up.
it all on video.
I mean, he's got a cool shirt. One of the shirts, no Zog.
It was,
It's really funny. So, yeah, no, the government's awesome. Sick. Rage Against the Machine. I hear you, Zach.
yeah. I can't listen to Rage anymore.
I can. In the gym, I get a little funky too.
I can hear it in the background, but I can't like in my car.
No,
Yeah,
you
I
can't
feel
like in your
such a-
car. You know?
Yeah, you're just like, oh, I'm
feel
such
like
a hypocrite.
poser.
Like, I can't
I don't
listen to
believe
this
in any of
guy.
this shit.
I actually went at one point.
5-sided fistagon. Fuck you.
Hell yeah. It's a great song, though. Rolling down Rodeo with a shotgun.
I actually went and like at some point during my transition
From
of
being-
my
wanted to
my
be
mental-
African-American?
my mental alignments and my when reconsidering some of my values.
That's such a great way to put it.
No, I mean
It's true.
What's that quote? It's like and I don't know if you're the one but there's a quote that says something like to be, young and not be, a liberal is to not have a heart.
Yeah.
And then to be older and not be conservative is to not have a brain.
Brain, yeah.
And it's just I almost feel like people go through that transition. Most people.
I did. I went from.
I've seen it.
I went from I wouldn't say like not liberal today, but I would say like a Bill Maher classical liberal in my early 20s because I love drugs.
Yeah.
And I thought everybody's the same, and pro-choice, and
Yep.
Catholics or religion's
Your religion's
stupid
bad, yeah.
and bad.
To
then,
now.
Then like life happened to me.
And you're
I mean,
like,
I still think that religion is
organized
a little
religion,
ridiculous.
or organized
I do,
religion,
and I don't, and I'll say it. I don't feel as strongly about pro-life and pro-choice as you guys do.
Well, I think those tie directly into one another.
Well, I also resent the position too because it's just literally destroying the Republican Party.
yeah.
The fact that they insist on dying on that hill, but they, like I said, that I remember going during this transition, like going and Googling lyrics to Rage Against the Machine songs, and then kind of Googling some of the things that they were talking about, and actually being like, oh wow, that's what that
Yeah.
and I'm like,
I don't believe that.
That's not gonna work out.
No, John. No.
You
Yeah, I get it. I'm the same. I was the same way. So
I don't know when it happened. Like, I think I kind of realized the Rage thing like maybe 10 years ago, but
I still like them. I mean, it's still one of my the first albums, one of my favorite albums ever.
yeah.
I mean, I like them just because I hate the government. I think the government sucks. I think I'm black pilled to shit.
Yeah.
So like in a sense, I kind of agree with it. But the whole like,
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm not Republican, but I'm as right can be, I think,
yeah, I am too.
in terms of like the issues.
The issues at hand that are on the forefront of X,
especially
yes.
especially fiscal.
Oh,
I don't
absolutely.
care who you fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to marry a fire hydrant? I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck. Can I pay less tax?
just
Do
can
I
you-
have to pay for it?
Can you bring interest rates down?
Do I have to pay for it?
Yeah.
Do I have to bake you the cake?
Right.
Can
I say no to baking you the cake?
Can I do it? Am I free?
Yeah. So,
I think that's the biggest thing.
what was the other sports thing you
Dude,
saw?
I don't know. You guys are golf fans.
Scotty.
Oh, Scotty.
Scotty.
Scotty too hottie.
I saw some of.
Did you read about it or no?
John gave me the rundown. I saw briefly, and I didn't care at all.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, speaking of people of the cloth, men of God.
Yeah, he's a man of faith, big time.
Yeah.
The best golfer in
I
the
feel like
world
it's
right
making
now.
a big comeback. The pendulum is either I'm more open to it,
Or you're
pendulum,
seeing a lot more.
The pendulum is swinging.
Yeah, towards the
This is what happens.
towards Christ.
What happens.
That's not
Shit-
a bad thing.
Shit gets loose.
Yeah.
and it's got to tighten back
It's
up.
not a
again.
bad thing. So he's the best golfer in the world. Doesn't even really like golf. Was asked like, oh, like, how does it feel to be like number one golfer in the world? All these green jackets, meaning major tournaments, which are the big tournaments in golf.
Yeah, I know.
And
I
he's,
know that.
and he's just like, I just want to go home to my wife and kids.
Yeah.
I want
Real sweetheart.
really like the only thing that matters is my relationship with God and Jesus Christ and my wife and kids. Echoing the same thing that Harrison was saying. And just so happens he was driving to there's a major championship going on right now.
I thought it was over. I thought yesterday was day 3.
No, that was going into day 2 that happened.
No, but I thought, how many days is it?
4.
Oh, I thought it was
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, so yesterday was day 3.
Yes.
Yeah. Where's he at now? Real quick.
Like on the leaderboard,
good, right?
he's not going to win. No. But he did come out and fire a 66 after he got arrested, which is pretty sick.
Yeah.
Anyway, like he was driving on the way there, and there was a fatality in like around the clubhouse, I guess.
Car
accident.
yeah.
And there was a fatality involved. So obviously it was a crime scene.
Yeah.
And there was stopped traffic, and he's driving a car that is marked PGA, official.
Right.
All the golfers get cars.
Yeah.
And he was like, yo, I
All
got
the golfers get cars?
Yeah, so they get cars for the weekend.
Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, dude, there's so much money in the sport.
Rich
So
man's
he just literally was like, I'm not waiting in this line. I got to get to the clubhouse, and went around the median, and some crazy.
I heard that they were letting golfers through. When I first saw the story, I heard that they were letting.
Well, they didn't let him
golfers
through.
Yeah.
I also heard a different story, and I think it was his at one point, or there was some confusion because he was being waved on by one officer and told to stop
That's what
by
he said.
another. Yeah.
That's what he said. So there was a big confusion. You don't know the story, whatever. Cop got mad at him, told him to stop, and he was just like, I'm not stopping. I'm like, I got to get to the range.
Yeah.
Till he get to work.
Yeah, I got to get to work, And the cop
Pay
was-
taxes.
Clean this shit up.
Yeah, right. Cop reached in the car and was like trying to like pull him out of the car while he was still driving, and he got arrested for assaulting a police officer, failure to whatever abide, blah 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 blah. And he was out the next day and walked up to the first tee at like 8:30 in the morning and fired off a 66. But then you get people like, oh yeah, it was if it was not the number one golfer in the world, would they have let him played? If this was an African American player, would
If
this
it
have
was
happened?
Tiger Woods, come on.
I mean, yeah, everybody knows who Tiger Woods is. Tiger Woods' mugshot is. So now they have like the mugshot, Scotty Scheffler's mugshot, Tiger Woods' mugshot, which is hilarious. But I don't know if you ever
That he's
saw it.
fulfilling his
I've seen
destiny
it.
of
Yeah,
like
like-
the best golfer
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
Who's the other guy? Isn't
There
there
was
another
John
guy?
Daly.
Yeah, John Daly.
And then the other one was the dude from Happy Gilmore, Shooter McGavin. Shooter.
So what ended up happening? There's a
No,
big thing.
well, it's suspended right now. Like nobody
They're
knows.
saying I read something that said that
The cop is on leave.
they plan to drop all the charges.
Yeah. The PGA Tour just got involved. Like, you can't lock up our number one player.
Yeah.
The fuck out of here.
That'll disappear.
Get the fuck. It's the ratings for the PGA, because there's no like polarizing figure anymore in golf like there was Tiger Woods and
Yeah,
Phil
yeah.
Mickelson. It's like anybody can win on any given day, except like now Scotty wins a lot. But so they were like, this is our number one guy. You better let him the fuck out. And they did. And so you'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that. But I bet you they're going to drop all the charges. There's no way they're not going to.
Did you guys see the New York Pro at all?
No.
I saw people post about it.
Nick Walker?
I saw Nick Walker. I did see Nick Walker. He looked pretty fucking sick.
Yeah, he looked good.
He looked pretty sick.
All the haters in the world. I mean, he's probably the most hated on bodybuilder for years. Mm-hmm. Because starting with what's his name, T3CC, Boston Lloyd. Used to call him Cankles and say he was built like a refrigerator and making fun of his varicose veins. And then Boston kicked the bucket, and Nick Walker won the New York Pro.
Said, hold these.
He looked. If he tore his hamstring, he wasn't in the Olympia.
Yeah.
And then he came back and he looked good. I saw his pictures. I saw a couple other people post.
Saw a couple other
him.
pictures too.
That kid is fucking dedicated.
He is gigantic.
He's huge and he gets in shape.
Yeah.
His conditions.
Condition is shit.
Yeah, he looked really good.
I don't know, man. It just.
I didn't see anything else. I only saw the Nick and some like other people that were like competing that were like,
Saw a couple friends of ours that were competing.
yeah. I don't have a ton of interest in it anymore, but I like the heavyweight stuff. I'll watch it.
Yeah, I mean, like I think we've talked about in the past. I think the heavyweight shit is crazy. Like they look insane. I would never want to look like that ever in my life.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, they would say you can't.
yeah, and they're
that's
not
their
wrong.
clapback.
And they're not wrong.
Yeah,
they're not wrong.
That's a clapback.
Yeah, hell yeah. You know what?
Don't worry, you can't.
You can't. Yeah. So back off. So you're probably right, but
Of the three of us, John would probably have the best chances.
yeah,
He's
because
got
how
that-
short he is.
He's got the frame.
Yeah,
He's got the bodybuilder frame, like a little,
just got to give him like 10 IUs of growth a day.
a couple grams of tren
You know,
and a diet.
yeah, some chicken and rice.
Diet being number one.
Not lasagna.
Not even you don't even have to lift weights that hard.
And some some what are those things called? The mental drugs, Prozac and SSRIs to combat the fucking 2 grams of tren a week.
Lack of carbohydrates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think that's what they do? That much trend
No, I say a gram
a week?
a week. Yeah. I mean, I've done a gram a week. For
That's
2 weeks.
That's insane.
For 2 weeks.
That's about as far as I lasted.
How did that feel? Not good.
It's a combination of
When you're younger,
the
it's-
worst and the best.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
know? Just you feel like a demon.
Yeah.
You know, you're just like a sweating all
See you
night.
spawn.
I think age.
sleep
Do you think
very well.
age affects that? Because I remember doing that stuff with you a long time ago, and maybe I'm just ignorant to it, but I remember just being like a sweaty mess all the time. But I don't.
I think life's consequences, like when you're 4 years clean and you're like people are just happy you're alive, and like you don't know anything about, you don't have like a mortgage to pay, you don't have like a fucking live-in girlfriend.
Yeah, you just got like
You have no responsibilities.
little
Like
responsibilities.
whatever happens.
yeah.
That you don't notice it as-
You're living a choose your own adventure.
Yeah, exactly. Trend, choose your own adventure. But Trend, and you're like, you have responsibilities.
You
and
got a job, you got a
chick,
girlfriend,
you got,
you know,
then
bills, then it's probably bad.
not so good.
I feel like if I started taking a minimal dose of Trend today,
Good things would happen.
no, you guys would. I would have to tell you guys would know by next weekend.
Yeah,
It would just be like,
He's on track.
And I don't think that was always the case.
I just think that we just didn't care.
Yeah.
I just didn't care about like I was like this is Team 3CC was like my motto.
Yeah, you weren't. Yeah, you like you would be sitting at your desk, making copies for people,
Sweating
sweating.
to my button down
you
shirt.
know,
They're like, wow, you're big.
Yeah, and you're like, yeah, I am.
Wanna
And like
fuck?
now you'll be now you'll be sitting at Paramount and a kid won't scan in and you'll be like, Justin, I gotta go home. I gotta go home or I'm gonna blow this building up.
Kill somebody.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, right. We
I think
probably
a couple
would
years
know.
ago, 5 years ago, it's just that didn't. And also, I think with age, like your receptors change because, like, I've tried to run like
That's
little,
what I'm saying, there's an
little
age.
cycles and stuff, and it's just like it used to be. Like I was like a machine.
Right.
Like I put in what I put in is what I got out.
Right.
Now it's
Not
like just
anymore.
side effects. Like here's some gyno. here's you crying at a commercial. Right. I'm like looking at my cat getting teary eyed.
Right.
I gotta stop taking
Right.
whatever the fuck I'm taking. Like you're so cute. Can't take it.
I think
funny.
Justin holds it together pretty well. We
Does
never know what
he?
he's doing. Well, we don't know.
We never know what he's taking.
Or anything. What's going
You
on
know
in
what
that
I'm
head
taking.
is.
Man of mystery.
Yeah, you don't know what I'm taking, but I mean, you know what I'm taking, but like, I try to weather the storm a little bit in that regards. I just get
so good at it.
I just get
He
super
is.
horny.
He keeps it together.
I just get super horny.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's just like the baseline for sober people. They got nothing else going on,
Right.
You know, like, and then you add in like
Little
fucking
tremboloni sandwich.
beer and like prescription Cialis.
Oh man, call it a day.
Well, at least the DMP is behind us.
DMP, insulin, Tren. I still. Like
Are you making a comeback?
I still like Masteron.
I love Masteron.
I'm not gonna. You know what? Too.
How you
know what-
working out?
You know what also changed?
He said, "Are you working out?"
I mean, I go to the gym.
I don't know.
You don't know.
I mean,
well,
I
you
go to
used
the
to
gym,
work out with
too.
me a
His
lot.
fucking arm.
That's never going away.
I know,
never.
lose that.
You're gonna be huge forever.
Yeah, I know. I've been training. My diet sucks. That's my biggest thing. Is like I've replaced like a lot of my like discipline with just like fucking eating bad. You know,
Yeah.
and I haven't been able to like string a diet together because I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, I don't give a fuck anymore. So that's the biggest thing.
Yeah. Diet's the hardest part.
But I'm at a point where it's like gear kind of like scares me a little now. Like before 5-6 years ago, you told me about the negative consequences on your liver, on like Trend turning your brain to Swiss cheese, high red blood cell count. I'm like, fuck.
Who cares?
Who wants to live forever?
Right.
Now
you're
I
like,
do something and I'm like,
I hope I wake up
Die.
tomorrow.
I don't want
like,
to
I
die.
don't want to be like Rich Piana.
Yeah.
You know, like I have like a little more fear of it now.
Hmm.
And like gear's like one of those things you got to just be like full bore. Like whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
You can't be in your head about it. You know.
Yeah. I mean,
I
that's,
don't take orals.
Yeah, I don't take orals. I don't. I literally.
I love Masteron.
I've been on the Masteron test, and obviously the last couple months the growth phase.
Last week I took one shot of test.
Yeah.
That's the toughest part.
Just doing the injection.
Yeah. It's just so hard.
It's
Ever
annoying.
since I had that like injection thing, now I'm like gun shy.
You kind of.
Oh, I'm just lazy.
I'm turning into a bitch. I'm turning into. I wish my natural state was just like a lean boy. You know, like, or I just got smaller. But my natural state is huge.
Yeah.
Like, I'm 250, 280, between 250 and 280, whether I'm working out and dieting or I'm not.
It's just a matter of how you look. Yeah.
Yeah, one's like fucking I look like a jacked guy. The other one I look like a fucking blob. I look like I work like a fucking construction job.
Right.
Eat sandwiches.
You're a foreman.
What'd you have for lunch? I had a sub sandwich.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, extra mayo.
Little roast beast.
Yeah, like,
Me and Scott went on a lunch break the other day. We went over to the
for
sub
a
place.
no reason.
No reason.
Where'd you go?
A no
It's a
reason
pizza
lunch
place.
break.
We had a couple submarine
He's like, I'm gonna get a cheesesteak. I'm like, let's go.
How was the
He's like,
cheesesteak
right
over there?
now? Yeah, it's good.
It's all right?
Yeah.
I had a California. At least I had chicken.
California. Yeah,
I had to get
chicken.
to California. I don't know. We'll see. I was supposed to go away in September, and it's like it might be like a beach situation. So it might be like, you know, where it's like more embarrassing to not take your shirt
You got to
off.
take your shirt off. You can't
know
rock
what I
the
mean?
guinea. You can't rock the guinea tea at the beach, bro.
You can, but it's makes you more fat.
Yeah, they know why you're doing it.
And that's why fat people like
Do it.
I'm that kind of fat person. Like, I'll embarrass
You wear
myself.
your shirt in the pool?
Yeah, no, I won't go in the pool. Like, I don't like the beach.
I don't
I
like
love
the-
the beach.
I-
I love swimming.
I love swimming too. It's great.
So I'll probably try to pull it together for that.
Nobody cares, though.
I care.
I know, but you...
I Winnie the Pooh if I'm not in shape, you know?
Yeah.
I Winnie the Pooh when I'm in shape sometimes just because I was like,
Whatever.
I have
Lazy.
body dysmorphia. I'm a fucking mental case.
What else?
Anything else?
I don't know. Was that?
We did John's birthday.
We did.
We did Catholic conservatism.
We did.
Scotty
Scotty
Scheffler.
Scheffler, little touch in Rage Against the Machine.
So yeah, we always talk about communism and libtards.
We do.
We should just turn this. We should go like the who are those twins? The Hodge twins.
Yeah.
It started off as like a fitness channel, and then they just turned like a Proud Boy right wing. Oh, Ian Smith was in the news.
I did see your Twitter post that you sent me.
What about Ian Smith?
Yeah. Didn't you send it to the group chat?
Did I send it?
Last night.
Well, they got
Last night.
they got all of the
Charges dropped.
and then some Jewish conservative called him a Fed, and Ian Smith said, like in a tweet, like, "I'll beat you up. Where the fuck are you? I will come to your house. You won't fight me. I'll smack the shit out of you." It was really funny.
That is great.
Yeah, it was good
He's
stuff.
losing his mind. Well, his mind is lost, actually.
So they're not
you
going
know,
to have to pay
but-
all the fines, or
Apparently, it's
It was all
all
dropped.
dropped. All of it. His lawyers got the whole thing dropped, and this other politician called him a Fed, like
Yeah.
you snitched, and he's like, "It's a municipal. It had nothing to do with the Fed. It was the state." You
yeah,
dummy.
it's a state.
Who did I tell on?
He's
He's like,
like,
"Well,
"Fuck Phil Murphy."
somebody with your background. How would you get charges dropped? You had to cooperate." He's like, "What the fuck would I cooperate with?"
What is he cooperating on?
And the guy was like, "Well, just I hope anybody who's following you just is careful because it's very unlikely that the state would
You're
drop."
wired up.
Yeah, you fucking. And he's like, "Call me a snitch to my face."
Wired for sound.
I love when people fight on
Twitter?
I
Yeah,
love it,
it's
especially
great.
when it gets like physical. Like, you won't say that to my face.
Yeah.
No, you probably won't, but he'll never see you either. So.
No. I did see that, though.
I think
Good for him.
I think Ian's doing pretty. He has a huge following now.
He's got a lot of
He
Twitter
went
followers,
full
dude.
noticing JQ. And
Oh, yeah. Well, when we talked about that in a prior
yeah,
episode,
and
he
has-
went full Kanye.
But you know who stuck up for him in the comments was the Hodge twins.
Did they?
They said he's a real dude. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. He's
Wow.
he's not a Fed.
That's great.
nice of him.
That's super nice.
Yeah, that was nice.
And what? He's like, his Twitter is monetized, so he's making money off of this.
I would
stuff, or-
think.
Yeah,
I would think he's got a big following.
he doesn't. Yeah, he's got a really big following. He's
And
really,
he got huge.
he's really well liked.
He got huge.
He's
after
really
all
well
that
liked
shit.
on like the hard right for being.
How does that? And I'm not. This is an honest question. How does that translate to dollars?
Well, he's wrote a book and his tweets are monetized.
His
He's
tweets are
part of-
His
monetized.
tweets are monetized.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, yeah. He's got that big of a following. 100%.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
when views, likes, whatever, shares is dollars.
Yeah, I mean, probably not a lot, but I mean,
It probably adds up to a lot.
when he was talking about Attila's that particular branch, he was saying us, we, like our.
He was.
Yeah, and so I mean, I know. I think that one's is that closed.
That
now?
one's closed, I thought.
Oh, I thought they just distance themselves from him.
Well, the language that he used was we, us,
Yeah.
our.
Is he involved with the one that's
No.
no
I don't think he's involved with any other Attilas except for that one
in Belmoir?
in Belmoir,
Yeah,
which I think is still there. I'm not sure,
I don't know. I never went there.
but I guess it's probably really changed.
I'm sure it's a lot different.
And it probably really helped. I mean, it made Attila's on the map. That whole thing, the way they handled it.
Maybe that's the route we should go, John.
Are we getting shut down?
No,
If you do ever get shut down,
just say no.
say no. Sell T-shirts. Just say no.
Grow a long
Fuck
beard.
the government. He said, "Fuck Phil Murphy."
He did say fuck Phil Murphy. He did. I haven't seen Phil Murphy in the news lately.
Isn't he like lame duck? Isn't it done?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I feel like we did a podcast.
Yeah, I think we did a little something. You got anything going on at the shop?
We have a big,
You have something big going on, don't
big
you?
sale this weekend. Buy one get 1.5 off. Everything in the store.
You guys just giving away shit. That's how you know they're making money.
Yeah.
Just giving away.
So we know
shit.
he's rich, and I should have got a birthday present.
It's absolutely. You know what?
It's
You got a
Memorial
point.
Day. We have to do a sale. Everybody does a sale on Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Memorial Day weekend sale.
Should we?
We're doing a summer sale.
That's true.
And if you watch the show, you can buy the stuff in the
Yeah, that's true.
click on the store. It'll automatically apply at checkout this Friday.
You got another. You got
Through-
like a big
through Monday.
year coming up. No, too.
Big anniversary.
7 year. We're celebrating 7 years open. I'm celebrating 11.
Congratulations,
It's
bro.
on my clean date. 11 years clean and sober.
When's your clean date?
6/9.
Mine's coming up too. A week from today.
What did you get me? What do you get me? You gonna get me something cool?
You're gonna give me
John?
something cool?
Yeah. Probably.
I'll figure something out. I'm a good gift giver. It comes from the heart.
So yeah, we're gonna do a big. We're gonna have like a little party.
Sick. We'll be there.
I've been bothering your member Luke Elsman to come make a. Now when I see him, I'm like, you coming? You coming to the thing? Can I get that in writing?
Yeah, big time.
We have a lot of content coming out. We worked with a media company yesterday.
How'd
All
that
of
go?
us.
I saw that.
Went really well.
You had like lighting, like
Well, they're
this.
super professional. If they make good reels, I'll use them every month because they banged it out. It's like we got four different unique reels for a pretty good price and a whole bunch of like professional grade
Shots.
pictures.
Yeah.
And
What shop were you at?
we went to Garwood.
With the Garwood.
Yeah, so it was like all my managers, me and Alan, and we put everybody to work, and they fucking banged it out. Hour and a half,
That's dope.
in and out. So, and they brought they had multiple cameras, smoke machines, lights.
Smoke machines.
It
Wow,
looked
that's
like,
kind of cool.
Looked like a movie set.
Cool.
So yeah, and then we got all our other little hired guns like Dylan, Donnie making content for us.
Yeah.
Got my big Magnum PI reel coming out tomorrow. Stoked about.
Sick.
You guys look great in it.
That
That
came
was
out
funny.
great.
My mother loved it.
She loved it.
Yeah, that's her favorite show of all time.
Is it?
Favorite show of all. Big Tom Selleck fan.
Yeah. Everybody told me nobody was gonna get it. I was just like, I don't care. It's gonna be fun.
I mean, nobody probably will get it because your following's like
They'll
22
know-
years old.
they'll know that it's a show. You know,
They'll know it's the show.
they'll
Sure.
know that it's like an intro for a show.
Well, I didn't originally anticipate all the cutscenes from the original, so I think that's going to work in your benefit.
With the helicopter,
Yeah, the
the
helicopter,
explosion,
And the
yeah.
actual Tom Selleck. And
Yep.
and
Driving away.
Alan with the fucking assault rifle.
Yeah, it was pretty funny, dude.
Yeah,
it really
it's
was.
It's gonna be a good one.
I like that.
I hope it gets shared. I hope we get a lot of. Hope it doesn't fall flat. It's the worst. I've literally put 6 weeks of thought into it. You know, multiple locations.
Yeah, you went all out on this one.
You know,
It was fun to do that.
I was down at the park.
yeah,
in my jiu-jitsu gi.
Yeah, looking
Little
like
kids running around. Like,
yeah, but
Jesus.
you're the standout in the whole thing.
Yeah, you think?
You
I
and
think so.
Kilua. My cat.
Oh, okay.
You don't know my cat's name? You looked like you didn't know what the fuck I was talking
I
about.
did for a second. No, it was good. My favorite part was the part where you like fumbled the gun when you were spinning it. That was my favorite part, and the puppy bowl.
The puppy bowl thing had me laughing because we were pretty funny in that one. That
Yeah,
was
it's a
really
good the vision. He understood the mission.
Yeah, he did well. It's two in a row. He did really well at.
Yeah,
So
not gonna be a knockout.
keep it coming.
I might collab with everybody.
I like it. All right. Well,
All right, well that's it.
Appreciate you guys.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for
all
listening.
200 of you.
Yep.
That felt like it went by fast.
It did.
30 of you that made it this far. One of them's my watch. And
Jordan.
This 10%
Hey, Jordan.
of
Yeah.
the views.
Yep.